Yeah, it was the same for me. You know, when I first heard I was going to have a meeting at Marvel, my wife was like, they want you to play a superhero. And I was like, Emily, I don't think that's true. But she was right.
Oh, when I first was going to join the MCU, I couldn't believe it at first. You know, it's that slow process. It was a slow process for me, particularly. You know, some people are like, never mind, I thought that was going to come. We made a mistake. You know, we didn't mean you. And I was like, wait, Marvel? So I was waiting for that moment to come and it didn't come.
Cersei is able to manipulate matter. She can change one thing into another. She can make things disintegrate. I want to turn everything into food. That would be that's what I would do.
I loved my superpower because of how simple it is and how cool it looks, you know, and I had to learn a lot of different movements and how to sort of vary the way he uses. Yeah, so it's not just always the same. You sort of, you know, move in different ways. He has different like combos he can do and stuff. So.
Well, I will say, I was very happy. And a lot of the times when I was running, I was doing a lot of wire work. It was a very specific running style that we developed, very specific movements. And when they were talking about the cosmic energy and that sonic boom, I was like, I had no idea what it was going to look like. But then when I finally saw it on the screen, I was blown away.
I quite like Sprite's superpower. I think there's something about that illusionary stuff that's quite would be quite useful in the actual world. It's the way he computes that information. You know, he finds out his girlfriend's 7,000 years old, that she's got a boyfriend she was dating for 5,000 years. He sort of takes it all in his stride. He's like, okay.
Well, I wonder how much I actually can share without spoiling anything. But let's just say Makkari's been on this planet and she's been hanging out for a good 7,000 years. So I think Makkari developed some interesting habits and interesting collections. Yeah.
I mean, I think Kingo was very busy shooting a Shadow Warrior movie, and he was following along with what was going on and hoping that not too much of his crew disappeared in the blip.
Really, the biggest challenge of Cersei was trying to put myself in a character's shoes, someone who has been around for thousands of years, who has, you know, seen everything, done everything, seen the best and the worst of humanity, and somehow still has hope at the end of all of that. So that was a challenge.
Well, with a lot of physical training. You know, we worked with David Higgins, and who has trained a lot of other stars within the MCU, and he had a very specific vision for what kind of physicality we would have to have for the film.
Yeah, and for me, I also worked with David Higgins on sort of just looking more athletic, looking like someone who could win against monsters in a fight. And then I worked with martial arts and dance instructors actually to figure out his movements.
The deviants. They've evolved.
What is that thing?
올해 단 하나의 블록버스터.
Eternals assemble.
It's a really good line.
마블의 역사를 뒤바꿀 태초의 히어로를 맞이하라.
That one was mine.
Icarus couldn't kill it.
I was distracted.
Sure, man.
이터널스.
Hello.
절찬 상영 중.